What is good? We have a very special guest. We have a well-known physical therapist. He actually trains KSI. He's KSI's physio. We have Harvey. How are you, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing?
I'm amazing, man. Thank you for coming on. I know we were trying to find a time, and it's good to finally sort a time, and I can finally talk to you now. So, man, I want to start off with physio, man. What do you say to people that like to overlook physio, and what is the importance of physical therapy?
Health is wealth, essentially. Looking after your physical health is very important for the longevity of your life and to keep sane and also to keep injury free, as well as preventing injuries. No, as well as treating injuries, we also want to prevent them from occurring. So I feel physiotherapy is essential for everyone in life.
So, for people that are new to physio and that don't really know how to exercise in that kind of field, what would you recommend them? Is there any certain exercises they should follow?
Um, Not in terms of certain exercises to follow, but mostly stay active. Whether it's, I recommend a minimum of 30 minutes of activity a day, whether it's getting your steps in, going to the gym, doing a sporting activity that you enjoy, any of those, but making sure you're staying active in order to prevent any comorbidities or any other diseases that can occur.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
what are the benefits of physio? Like,
So there's a variety of benefits of physiotherapy. Let me start with the most obvious one, or the one that people know the most, is to treat your injuries. So if you have any aches, pains, if you've been injured, a person normally comes to physiotherapy for that to get treated. However, there's some benefits of physiotherapy um, that people are unaware of or haven't been exposed to, which is, as well as treating injuries, like I mentioned earlier, preventing injuries as well, keeping your physical health in check, keeping sometimes even keeping your mental health in check and ensuring you're staying physically active in order to stay healthy. Those are the main components of physiotherapy. And also, my specific role in physiotherapy, as well as those ones, is to boost sporting performances for individuals, particularly sporting individuals, restoring mobility. And yeah, those are the main components of physio. Just basically creating change in an individual's physical health.
so for you, what are your favorite types of exercises? Mobility exercise or flexibility?
Um, it sounds a bit generic, but my favorite exercises are the compound exercises. The ones that I tend to do myself is the bench press, the deadlifts, the squats, the bent over rows, the pull-ups, the push-ups. Those core fundamental exercises are my favorite. And then all the accessory ones to look good and feel good, like the bicep curls, the tricep pull downs, all of those. But yeah, I say those are my favorite exercises that I like, and I believe implementing them fundamentally and through specific ranges of motion, so going through the full range of motion at adequate strength, you can prevent a lot of injuries as well as look good and feel good.
So for me, I've also been researching a little bit about it, and I want to get into
Yeah,
all the exercises. Like teenagers like me, personally, I'm 16. Do you have any
yeah.
advice for people like that?
In 16-year-olds, get into your health, eat healthy as well as stay active. Because I know as a 16-year-old, speak for myself, I used to be physically active, but then I used to indulge on these sweets and chocolates and crisps. Um, but obviously, have them in your doses, but watch other aspects of your life. So make sure you're getting the right sleep, make sure you're getting the right amount of exercise, exercise, your hydration, your lifestyle, making sure you're staying disciplined. Of course, enjoy your life as well, but yeah, all these other factors play a role. But yeah, just keeping active is the main thing, I'd say.
So what is the different type of training methods you would use for like an athlete and just a day-to-day regular person?
It depends on their niche. It depends on their sport. On a day-to-day person, so someone with an office-based job, let's say they come in for physiotherapy. The main thing is for them sitting at a desk for a long period of time. I always emphasize getting up and moving, taking frequent breaks. Whereas if it's an athlete having a specific injury, or getting prone to specific injuries, such as boxers are really prone to shoulder injuries, will be working on that specific joint or specific muscle in the shoulder. So it all varies depending on which individual comes. So what we do is we break it down. So when an individual comes in, we take a holistic approach of physiotherapy. So we'll assess them, find what's weak, what's tight, what's causing their injuries, how did the injury occur, and then from there we'll apply the treatment based on our assessment to ensure they meet the goals that they want and we want them to.
So what about for bodybuilders and weightlifters? What kind of exercise do you recommend for those kind of people?
Again, it varies. It depends on their injury or what injury they have, but particularly improving their flexibility. So a lot of eccentric loading. So a lot of working on the downward phase of the exercises against gravity, and stretching post workout and dynamic stretching pre workout. But the main thing is for bodybuilders who are quite tight, throughout their movements and throughout their ranges, is eccentric loading. That's what I would recommend to them.
Yep, yep. So I want to
Yeah.
talk about your time with KSI a little bit. How did you get
Yeah,
in
sure.
how did you get in contact with KSI?
Okay, that's the first question that everyone asks when they ask about KSI. But it was Vidal Riley who put me in contact with KSI. I was Vidal Riley's physio, I believe 2018. So we was doing physio for a while, and I think it was coming up to the KSI Logan Paul 2 fight, and I think KSI needed a new physio or physiotherapist, and then I was like to Vidal, no, I think Vidal said to me, "Oh, KSI is looking for a new physiotherapist. His shoulder's a bit funny. Come into one of the boxing sessions after and work on it." So then I was like, "All right, cool." So I went into the boxing session at West Ham. After his training, we assessed his shoulder, we worked on his shoulder, and then after about 10 minutes, he was like, he really like after like 10 minutes, he really liked it, and he was like, "Oh, yo, do you want to be my physio?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool."
So that's simple. So how's the life in camp like? Like, was it high paced, high energy, or how is it like?
It was intense. It was intense. It was work. It was straight work. So it was training twice a day, having physio once a day, eating at specific times, having a going to sleep at specific times, waking up at specific times. So it was quite structured. This was out in Vegas. So yeah, we had everything. We had the chef, we had the trainers, physio, of course, sparring partners. So it was a proper boxing camp that he went through in Vegas. So yeah, that's what it was like, and it was really good, to be fair. There was some ups, there was some downs, but in the end, we managed to get through and pull that W.
So as a viewer of the YouTube boxing space, I was watching a lot of KSI videos and like I could see
Yeah.
that there was an energy shift once he got to Vegas. Why what sparked this energy shift in him?
Um, There was a couple of things. He found out why he wanted to win the fight. I think before Vegas, he knew, obviously he knew he wants to win, but he didn't know what he was fighting for. And then in Vegas, after a few conversations with real people who will tell you, like no yes men, people who will tell you straight, you're doing this wrong or you're doing this right, and you can improve this way, or yeah. So being surrounded by a real team who is devoted to the cause, and himself, and his mentality that he had, he realized that he was fighting for his legacy. There was a point in the camp where he was fatiguing, physically, mentally, and then the team had a word with him. You probably saw a clip on YouTube where Vidal had a solid word with him, and then and then after that, his mindset shifted. Like, yo, that was the pinnacle where he was like, yo, I'm gonna win this. Oh yeah, that was a make or break, and yeah, he made it.
So what led up to that? I saw that actually when Vidal slapped KSI. What led up to that?
It was more of a sense like, obviously emotions are high in the camp. Everyone wants the best for JJ. He wasn't performing certain things that Vidal and Leon wanted him at that specific time, and then I think it led to like emotions. People were like, it was a bit of a verbal exchange, and then poof, yeah, and then it happened. I think you see my face in the corner. I was like shocked. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. But in a way, like that, if anything, was one of the best things that could have happened, because after that, his mindset changed, and after that, he was just straight go, go, go.
So is like in that situation, would there ever be a time for like you guys to step up to Vidal and be like, all right, now we need to like cool it down a bit. You're going too hard on him now.
Nah. He knows what he's doing. Like, it's all, at the end of the day, the only reason everyone's doing that, the only reason Vidal's doing that is because it's not just we're there for the paycheck, or we're there for just for clout. We're there because we care. It's a solid team. It's love. So we're doing it for the best of JJ. So there's no need to tell anyone to calm down, unless, I don't know, something crazy is gonna happen. But everything's out of love, and that's why JJ knows that as well. So that's why it all made sense to go how it went.
In Manchester, the result was a draw. In Los Angeles, the result was a W. What do you think was what was the driving factor to take the fight from a draw to a W?
I think the shift that definitely helped going to Vegas, the isolation, rather than being in London or England where you've got so many things going on. The isolation in Vegas where you're just training and that's it, and knowing that you can't draw again. It just not going to work. If you draw again, you just have to win. Obviously, being in Logan Paul's home country, America, Los Angeles, the odds are going to be against as in like, we're not the favorites, so we're going to have to do something properly in order to get that win. So it was more than just okay, we have to go and do our skills. Now we have to go to his back garden and beat him up.
I want to talk about training with the Mayweathers. They're well known for being a defensive style boxing team. And like when you think JJ is gonna come out with the proper stand, defensive, the Philly shell maybe. Well, when he came swinging like this, what happened there?
Yeah, no, what he was doing in camp was not like, as in he was doing a few things in the fight, which he learned in camp, but then I think he just reverted to type, and obviously the crowd, the pressure. JJ as a person, that dog mentality. He's like, you could see he just want to take Logan's face off, and I think with all that emotion, and obviously lack of experience, only having one fight prior to that, there goes the revert to type. But it worked, and you got the W, which is all that matters. And I mean, for his future fights, and because he's got more experience now, he'll implement more. He'll implement more of what he did during camp.
What were you thinking when JJ was throwing those wild punches, like in the corner where you guys telling him, yo, calm down, you're gonna get hit with a big shot?
I stay quiet because I let the trainers do the talking. They got the knowledge, so I'm just staying quiet. I'm just my thoughts are going in my head. But I know Vidal and Leon, they had it all. They had it all patterned, as in like they had it all controlled, under control. They spoke to him, whatnot. Yeah, and then they spoke to him, whatnot, and then he just went out there and done what he done. But yeah, inside I was like, yo, but it was just. But he got, even though there were wild swings, to be fair, he did land a few, which kind of made my heart rate go down a little bit.
Yeah. So I seen Vidal and KSI react to the fight and he paused the video one time and he was telling KSI that he said, "Oh, KSI, calm it down," and then KSI came out the next round swinging like a madman. Like,
yeah,
what was Vidal's energy like when KSI swinging like that?
Yeah, Vidal's like a calm character, so you'll rarely ever see Vidal lose his cool in like high pressure situations. He's quite like the way he gets the best out of himself is when he's calm and when he's relaxed. So him being relaxed maybe eased JJ's like nerves a little bit, and I don't know, who knows what he was feeling inside, but on the outside it looked like he was calm. He was calm about it. No, carry on.
Yeah. So I want to talk about round 4, the big controversial round, the Logan Paul uppercut. What was the
Yeah.
energy like in the camp when that happened?
Obviously, when the uppercut happened, it was like shit. Like that. I was a solid uppercut. It was not gonna lie. It was like oh shit. Like is that what's going on? Because JJ was winning up to round 1, 2, and 3, and then that uppercut happened, and then it was like oh crap. And then you see JJ stumble to the corner, and then we was like okay, he's gonna get a count now, 1, 2, 3, and then the referee was like 2 points deduction, and then we was like okay, all right, 2 points. Logan Paul got 2 points. He hit the back of the head and then hit him when he was down. But then after the 2 points, even though the 2 points got deducted, you would have thought Logan would have put the pressure on him a bit because JJ was a little bit stagnant. I mean, a little bit like off balance. His legs were a little bit shaky, but Logan Paul just continued to remain reserved, allowed JJ to get his cool back and then carry on again. But yeah, man, when that knockdown happened, it was nervous, can't lie. But
Was there ever any like doubt that KSI would come on top when that happened?
nah, he ate that uppercut. Like he ate that. Like if that hit other people, I'm not even gonna lie. Logan Paul's power is strong, right? He's strong. And if that hit a normal person, they would be knocked out. But I don't know, somehow Jay just ate that uppercut and started carrying on. That shows you that his heart he's got a solid heart.
One thing I really wanted to talk about prior to the fight, there was a lot of like words of back and forth, especially with Shannon Briggs. That guy, bro, he was like going crazy, bro.
Yeah. Huh?
How's it like dealing with Shannon Briggs?
at the time, it was like, okay, this guy's capable of doing anything. Like at any moment, something can happen. But looking back at it now, it was kind of funny. But yeah, no, at the time it was just like, oh man, not this guy again. But obviously, we understand people got what do you call, people got agendas. Obviously, he wants to build his name up. He wants to hype up the fight. He wants to try and get in the camp's head. So he obviously, he's experienced in the game. He knows how to get into people's head. He knows what to do, how to react. So he was just playing that. He was just playing that game of trying to play mind games, starting controversy and stuff like that. But it didn't work in the end. It didn't work. Yeah.
There was also like a big brawl before the fight. I think it was like at the weigh-ins, I believe, when
Yeah.
it was Shannon Briggs. I think he slapped Vidal's cousin or something.
Yeah.
What happened there? Like,
I think it was like we were just chilling. We were just randomly chilling. It was me, Vidal, I think Stitch. We were just chilling. We were talking to Vidal and his cousins and a few of the boys. And then what happened? Yeah, so we were just all chilling. I don't know. We was ready to go back to the bus where the team went. The team went back on the bus. I think Vidal was. I don't know. He was talking to someone, and I thought like, I was like, let me just stay back and wait with Vidal on it, just in case. You never know what would happen in it. Like we're in like this crazy environment, crazy people. Let me just like chill and just wait in it. So yeah, so like half the team were on the bus. I think we just me, Vidal, Stitch. We just chilling in that area, chatting to a few people. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, some big monster comes, just like, let's go jam, started screaming, chucked his hat at Vidal, then it all kicked off. Everyone just started trying to pull, getting pushed, getting held back by security and stuff like that. And then I think just randomly Vidal's cousin must have gone up to him and be like, yo, what's going on? Like, what were you playing at? And then he just comes and like slaps him or punches him, I don't know, but some dumb crap, some dumb stuff, man. But it's all good. Like he wasn't hurt or anything. It was just a little tap or something like that. Yeah.
Jake Paul hopped in there too, right? Like he was talking shit to Vidal or something. Like he was saying,
Yeah.
"I'm here." What happened there? Why didn't Vidal like pull up on him?
Nah, you can't, man. You can't pull up on these people. You can't. Especially, firstly, it's a sport. So if you was to do those type of things, like pull up, start fighting, it doesn't look good on the sport. So
Yeah.
so you wanna like protect the image of boxing, and you want to keep it professional. Secondly, we're in LA, we're not in our home turf, so if anything happens, we're the ones that are going to get done or sued or whatever. Then they're going to be fine. And thirdly, the best way to react to all of that is just to smile and just it gets to them more. You can't really entertain them like that.
I was gonna ask, well, how did the commission react? Was there any like words from the commission why you guys doing this?
That's a good question. Nah, I don't think so. Because no one was really saying anything to Shannon. Shannon Briggs was the one that was causing everything, to be fair. But no one's really going to say anything to him. And I don't think so. I don't think the commission said anything because not much happened, to be fair.
Yeah, so I have experience in the ring as well, and I have friends in the boxing space. One time, my friend he slapped the guy in the face off, and then the commission called off the fight. So
Yeah.
there was no like word from the commission at all.
Yeah, sometimes that can happen. Yeah, sometimes that can happen, man.
Yeah,
But I don't. From what I remember, or from what I know, maybe there was, but to my knowledge, there was no words with the commission. No words from the commission.
I want to talk about the aftermath. Once Logan took the L, he was kind of being a sore loser. He was like, he was like appealing the decision. How did the team react when he's appealing the decision and going after Jack Reese?
Uh, um, to be fair, the team was calm. The team knew that he wasn't going to get the decision because if you're holding someone's head, you're hitting them, and then when on the floor when you're hitting them. Jack Reese is an experienced referee. He's refereed for a lot of big fights, so no one is really gonna try overrule him. So we was confident that he wasn't going to get the 2 points. He wasn't going to get the 2 points back.
So you guys were 100% confident. So I want
Yeah.
to talk about KSI's future fights. Jake Paul. I know a lot of people think KSI has no chance. There's no way KSI is coming back. You think KSI is beating Jake Paul now?
He'll need a couple of fights. Styles make fights, but if you ask me honestly, he'll need 1 or 2 fights before he steps in the ring with Jake Paul. We're not delusional saying KSI can step in the ring now and fight Jake Paul. He will need a few more, couple of warm-up fights before he steps up to Jake Paul.
Jake Paul has not only been calling out KSI, he also called out Vidal. What do you make of that fight?
So that I think the world knows. The boxing world knows about that fight. Like it's a bit disrespectful. Well, not disrespectful. We know what Jake was like, but I think that was more of a just to have people like me and you talk about it, to have the world talk about it. I don't believe he actually thinks he can beat Vidal, but yeah, man.
I mean, there's a big switch. I remember Vidal used to completely like lock off the idea, saying, "No, I'm not fighting this YouTuber guy," to now saying, "You know, if the money's right, if I get the offer, I'll take the fight." Where did this switch of ideas come? Because before it's like 100%, no, I'm not fighting this YouTuber.
Yeah, but then I think he was like, "I'm not fighting him." But then when Jake Paul actually mentioned his name, obviously Vidal knows how to work as well, how to respond, how to maximize his opportunities. So of course he's gonna respond to it and say, "Look, I'll fight him if the money's right," because he's the one that's actively called Vidal. So of course, if the money's right, who's gonna say no? It's an
Yo,
easy win. You know what I mean?
100%. I want to also talk about the other YouTube boxing space. It's on fire right now. KSI's
Yeah,
little brother Deji just announced his fight against Alex Wassabi. What do you make of
yeah.
that fight?
I think that would be a really good matchup. Like obviously for Deji, this is his last chance. After this, he's got no more chances left. Like this is the final chance. So like fingers crossed. He's training well. He's staying disciplined. And he just steps up to the plate and just beats him because this is it.
Yeah. So I mean, like, especially if he loses to Alex, KSI and Deji's been making fun of this guy for years. Like,
Is it?
if he loses to Alex, man, like, I don't think he can come back. Do you think he can come back?
Nah. There's no way. There's no way. There's
I
no way.
I also talked to Deji's trainers a few days ago, like I'm boys with them, and
Yeah.
one of the guys was Tommy. He told me he's seen KSI and Deji sparring, and like it was pretty even. So would there ever be a fight down the line of KSI and Deji?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But who knows with this whole YouTube space? Everyone's fighting everyone, but nah, I don't think that we'll for no.
Say we were living in a fantasy world, what would the fight look like? Would it be a KSI demolish or what?
Yeah. Of course. Like I don't know. People say naturally Deji's natural boxing ability can be better as such. But me personally, I respect people's opinions, but me personally, I haven't seen that natural ability like in footage or whatever. I haven't seen that. So yeah, nah, I don't think. he's got a chance against his big brother, against Big Bro.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
Big,
too. I'm a boxer too, so I know how like boxing works. So when I see Deji training and people are saying he has natural ability, I don't see it. Like, where is the
yeah,
natural ability?
I understand. I mean, listen, natural ability or no natural ability, hard work beats talent. So you can be as naturally gifted as you want. If he does have natural ability, if you're not putting that work in, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't cheat boxing. Like I know his brother said that already, but you can't cheat it. There's no shortcuts.
I know like you were talking about Jake Paul disrespecting boxing, but come on, like let's talk about Deji. He's disrespecting boxing by coming in.
Nah. I don't think Jake Paul's disrespecting boxing.
Okay.
I don't think he's disrespecting boxing. In fact, I think he's bringing more eyes to boxing, and I think he's actually trying to do good things and with his whole boxing British thing and trying to like bring more eyes into the sport and trying to what he's doing for women's boxing and trying to increase fighters' paychecks and stuff like that. I don't think I don't think he's disrespecting boxing. I know the boxing hardcore fighters and the hardcore fans might think he is, but no, I don't think he's disrespecting boxing.
I mean, do you think Deji's disrespecting boxing by coming in fat and like unprepared?
Mm, I I don't think he's in terms of disrespect. I don't think he's disrespecting it, but I think he's he's the reason why you get these fighters, these old school fighters, or these hardcore boxing fans, like like hit what do you call it, like go at this YouTube boxing because they see when someone's not doing it or someone's not training hard or when they see a fight where it's one-sided or it just looks like crap. I think that's what makes people think, oh, yo, like what the hell is this YouTube boxing? I believe if he works hard this fight, and if he shows what his if he shows his full potential, if he like if he goes in and shows his full potential, then I don't think he'll be disrespecting boxing. I feel that it's just his like previously it's just his accountability and his lack of wanting to push himself to the next level. And it's not it can be your team, but ultimately it's down to you. If you want it, you're gonna go out and get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I want to say, Harvey, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to
No
interview.
problem, bro.
I know there was a few slip-ups, but I promised I wasn't doing that on
That's
purpose.
cool. That's cool. As long as you're not trolling me, it's all good.
All right.